Okay, this is an interesting one. I've done a couple of these before. I don't like these normally. As a kid, I absolutely hated them. And my parents wanted me to have them because it's a girly thing. When you're a girl, you get treated like a girl. So yeah, actually, I'm going to go here first. Just because I was a girl didn't mean I actually liked it. I hated it. Oh, fuck. Can't use that. Can't use contrast with this. Sorry. See if we can make it look any good. Again, add a background colour. Thinking magenta. Okay, let's see what this thing is. It's a doll. Okay, I'll just show her face up close. Looks like a bit like a Barbie doll, but I don't know if it is. Anyway, it's a doll. It's what a lot of girls are brought up with. And, parents like little girls to play with dolls. Not always. My dad used to buy me dolls, and I just didn't like them. I'm just not a doll sort of a person. I still don't really like them. They're so plasticky and yucky. Don't even like the smell of the dolls. At least in those days they stunk of fucking plastic. Awful. Terrible smell. And I still don't like them. They're just plasticky. They're just not my thing. But this is good for a demo. That's the only redeeming thing I've got with dolls now, is I'm using them in my demo work. That looks interesting. Wonder if we can make it more interesting, or we're going to keep it like that. I like the face, how it's come out. Don't know what to do with it, folks. Maybe we could change it around and make it just that, and we're just going to maybe use the text enhance, which we couldn't use. So I'm wondering if maybe the head could come away from the edge a little bit. But yeah, they're just a model for my photocopier now. That's how I use them. I'm not going to keep it. I'm probably going to give it away. I'm sure somebody will like it, male or female. It's okay if boys can play with dolls. They can play with dolls too, just like I used to like playing with boys' things. So, it goes both ways, folks. We still do live in a sexist kind of a society, folks. We do. It's still a sexist society. Girls play with dolls, boys play with cars or construction sets and all that sort of shit. It's a very stereotypical society we live in, folks. Still do. And it won't change for a while, I don't think. I'm wondering how this is going to look. Yeah, that looks nice. I want to do something with the face. I do like the way the face is turned up, but I'm wondering what we're going to do with this one. Maybe make it into a movement piece. But yeah, I'm just not interested in girly things much. I still want to get married though, peoples. I still want to get married. I've got a man in mind called Luigi, and he loves me as I am, and one day we'll be designing photocopiers. And photocopiers are my favourite thing, folks. I've been dealing with them for a long time. So, of course, photocopier art is a unisex kind of an activity. It's not exactly male dominated like being a technician or working in the technical side of the equipment. I'd like to become a CEO of a future photocopier company. I want to make photocopiers that are artificially intelligent, and we want to make machines that are good for the environment, such as making them out of recycled materials whenever we can, making sure that the staff get paid a decent wage and that the equipment is made on Australian turf, not China or Vietnam, which is to do with slave labour. We are going to make our workers very happy. And I also want to be a scientist, so the money I earn from the sales of the photocopier, much of it will be punched into scientific research on things like climate change and what else? Plastics in the ocean, trying to make lightning, make renewable energy out of lightning. So, I'm a bit of a tomboy all round. I do love science and technology and shit like that. I'm not interested in just being a girl. And I still can be a girl for Luigi, we get married. We do cooking together and that, but I'm not interested much in just putting on a dress and hanging out with friends and flirting with men. Although that you don't have to do that to be a female, of course. But basically, you get the feeling that that's the way the world has become. It's become a real a place where flirting, where people are not wanting to get married. They just want to. I believe in marriage. I don't believe in sex before marriage. I believe that sort of thing is done while you're married. I know that is a bit old-fashioned, I must admit, but it's the way I am. It's the way I think. It's a part of who I am to think like that. So I'm not interested in hooking up with someone, living with them and then marrying them. I want to get married before I live with the person. And Luigi's like that as well. Luigi and I both love to work with photocopiers. We're both into photocopiers, so we've got a lot in common. And basically, we want to make the world a better place for everyone as much as we can. I don't like this one. This one looks a bit better. Wondering if we're going to try this one with the bigger size face. I'm going to try that. But basically, you could say I'm very opinionated as a person. I am a very opinionated person, but that's who I am, folks. And I am who I am, and I'm not ashamed of it, folks. I want to make the world a better place, and I do these things that I do, like making these demos to set up my future for you got to be yourselves, folks. You got to be who you are and what you love. You got to know who you are. You got to know what your talent is, what your passion is, and usually what happens is with a passion, passion and talent should actually intersect with each other. If it doesn't, if you can't get it to intersect, well, you're barking up the wrong tree. You need to know what your passion is and what your abilities are before trying to get into something. You don't want to do something mediocre, but you don't want to fail. But you got to find out what you're good at and what you're passionate about. You got to have both working to get in the same realm. Now I'm trying to work out how to put this on the glass. So I'm just going to put it like so. But basically, yeah, my passion is photocopiers. Before I can become a CEO and a scientist, there are some things that need to happen, because when I was born with a cord around my neck and I came out feet first, or breech, and that caused oxygen starvation, and that probably nearly killed me, but I survived and I lived to tell the tale. And I look forward to the technology they'll have to fix the damage by using the power of computers, like quantum computers. I'm thinking the brain chip would be both quantum and classical computers used together. And basically, these are the things that are going to help me achieve my goal, and that the things I'm passionate about will intersect with my ability, because I am disabled. But I'm not going to let the disability be my story forever. I am going to succeed, folks. I will prevail. I will prevail, folks. I will. I'm destined. I feel like I'm destined to. I just got things I have to sort out. And basically, and Luigi's going to help get me there, and I'm going to make him a happy man. And he's got a lot of work to do as well. So we're very busy. We want to make the world a better place. We're not interested in destroying the planet. We're not interested in marginalising people by making them into slaves. We want to make people happy workers. Now this looks really nice. This looks interesting. I'm wondering where the centre of this job is going to be. This is an interesting one. It's probably not the greatest, but it's not the worst. I see a little bit there. I wonder what that is. Wondering if we can make that better. Wondering why we got that bit there. Oh, maybe because, we haven't slipped it up on the edge properly. So we're just pushing it up a little bit. Well, this is an interesting piece. But we want to make the world a better place, and that's what it's about. That's what life is about, folks. It's about enjoying yourselves. Yes, Luigi and I are going to have a barrel load of fun doing this. Doing the right thing, folks, when you know what's the right thing, is a barrel load of fun. You feel like you're succeeding, you feel like you're doing something, and you're making the world a happier place as you do it. You're not fucking it up, you're not hurting people, you're making it something interesting. You're making something useful of your time and other people's time. I'm wondering if we can improve this by sliding this across to get rid of the neck. We don't want the neck, I don't think. But basically, you can have fun doing the right thing. When you do find your passion and your ability, the sky's the limit, folks. And you just wonder why you worked so hard doing things you hated, and things that don't pay. Slave wage, gig economy, all these hard work things that you don't even make any money out of, and you still do them anyway. And of course, money isn't everything, as you know. I'm against the idea that money is God. I don't like the way people worship money. But at the same time, I don't want people to hate what they do. Just whatever. Especially if they don't get money for it. But even if they do get paid for it, lots, it's not providing a good service if you're just doing it for the money. Even if you are earning a lot of money doing something you hate, you might be taking someone else's job, for all you know. Someone else's position, someone else's passion might be taken away from them because you're in their job. You're taking their job, essentially. Now, we've got this little bit there. I'm thinking it's okay. We won't worry about that. But basically, you don't want to take someone else's dream job because, you're the one, because you want to earn money, or because it's the only way you're going to earn money and live a comfortable life. And now we're living in uncertain times with coronavirus. Even people with a comfortable income are finding their lives are being upended by this fucking disease. So you got to be ready come what may. You got to fucking find something you love and you can do. And hopefully with that there's a spiritual side, and that spiritual side can give you the certainty that even when things go wrong like coronavirus, you can still recover from it really quickly. So you got to really, there's a lot to life, and you got to find the right path. If you don't find the right path, you're going to die not knowing what you could have been. You got to be somebody, but you got to love what you do and do it well. That's basically it, and that's how it's going to be for Luigi and I, because we both are into photocopiers, and we share the same interests, science, engineering, technology, shit like that. Yeah. But anyway, that looks interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.